Peepo juice.
Hello and welcome in, friends of the Twitch chat. We're back. We're here. It's Friday, and best of all, we got some marbles to start off the stream. Chat today. Today is a little combo day. Okay, we're in the Inspire world today. We do that every Friday, but also it's upload day. In case you didn't hear, in case you didn't know, new episode goes up in 48 minutes, 47 and a half minutes. New episode premieres. We're going to go watch party it once it's premiering, once it's there, once it's ready. This week's episode is one of the longer episodes, so, there is that. If you plan to be there for the watch party, it's a little over 40 minutes. The thumbnail, dude, is such a good thumbnail, honestly. If you're seeing it, I have 3 thumbnails uploaded for, like, the thumbnail test. But I think until it premieres, it just shows the first one, and then it'll start rotating them around. But yeah, that first one, such a good thumbnail. Loving that one. Surely that'll win the test, right? We'll see. I guess we'll see. We're gonna have a cat running across the desk every 2 seconds. She's real indecisive. She'll be eating her food, and then she'll decide she's done, and then she'll be back 5 seconds later to continue eating food. So I don't know. That's what. That's what she does. Regardless, chat, if you want to join on in, !play. Starting the day off with one marbles race before we jump into Minecraft. This marbles race will determine who gets a VIP badge for all of tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is a very interesting case. Let me see if I already got the VIP swapped over. Yes, okay. Tomorrow is a very interesting case. Tomorrow, we are streaming from the bakery, in case you forgot, chat. Tomorrow is the big bakery event with many individuals all working together on one big build. 150 plus, I do believe, is in the ballpark of how many people are working on it. And we've got our own team of people who are going to be involved. So tomorrow, I am going live at my normal time. We're going live at the usual tomorrow. That being said, the stream has potential to go pretty long into the day. We will likely be streaming longer than usual, and it might last a while. We might be live for a while. The event is 24 hours. I'm not going to be around for the whole time, but I'm just trying to cover like a wide enough range of the people on our team being active. Like when they plan on being active, I am also there, is what I'm trying to do. And we got, you know, different time zones and parts of the world and all of that kind of stuff. So our final team, that appears to be the case. We had one person who had to back out due to time stuff. So our final team consists of people who you'll see me working directly with. Zandingo, Sutien, Zesty Beans, Jamal, Big Boy Stame, Happy Stunt, Jarrett, as in Jarrett Well, Grayson, Potato Dude, and was that 9 other than me? Did I forget anyone? I'm kind of just running down the list here. I think that's everyone. I said Jamal, right? Yes, surely. All right, and Happy Stunt. Yep, I think I got everyone. Anyway, we got 10 people. We're probably the smallest team, I think, especially after having one have to back out. But anyway, tomorrow should be exciting. It's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be creative building stream because that's what the bakery is. But it should be fun. Should be a good time. There's, you know, we're gonna have some of those people. We're gonna be in voice chat with those people as they come and go, and as we build up some areas, and we'll kind of explain a little of what we're going for and all of that, and we'll be able to see the other teams' builds all come together as well. There are, I know one team has like 22 people on it or something crazy. But anyway, next week is going to be rough. It's 85 here. We're going, where we are going on vacation. 85 is not bad, unless it's really humid. If it's a really humid 85, then it's bad, but I don't know. Back to night shift for a few days, so time for me to lurk and sleep for a few hours. Understandable, carry on. All right, chat, final call on !play to join the marbles race. We got 16 marbles. Hello and welcome in. Rebecca is the Wellbum MC, Dark Fairy, Lycan, Lady Atara, Fire the Beast, Darwin, Voided, Dark Phoenix, Ginger, Sunny Talks a Ton, Echo Techno, and Alana. If I didn't say your name, you have not joined. Final call. VIP for all of tomorrow on the line. Defending the badge would be Dab, but Dab is not here by the looks of it. So let's get this going. 10 seconds on the board. Don't forget, chat, we're on Buckshot. The stream record is not about who gets there the fastest. That's not what determines the winner. It's who gets closest to a bullseye. That is what it's all about. Who lands closest to the center. That's what'll determine it. So it's not over until every marble is on the board. Usually the later marbles have a better shot. We'll see how it goes. 17 here this morning. Gonna kill my sinuses. Rough. It hasn't gone quite that cold here, but we've been dipping into the like high 30s, low 40s at its coldest recently. 21 this morning for me. 85 would likely kill my sinuses, but the warmth sounds fantastic. There you go. All right, chat. First one's looking to get a shot at the board. Gonna be Lady Atara with the first line to that. Unless Streamer's got a better line. I guess Streamer's got a better line. I thought that other one would work better. Gonna be myself, Lady Atara, Rebecca, first 3 on the board. And it's not over until it's over. We're gonna see a couple marbles stick their landing. Everyone making their way on in here. And right about now, we're gonna slow it down and watch everyone else in slow-mo. Currently, Islua with a pretty good landing right there. Not gonna happen for Toxaton. Voided not gonna get a bounce. Sunny not gonna get a bounce. Lycan not gonna get a great bounce. I forgot slowdowns on cooldown. And there it is. Islua, nobody had a good line. Islua wins, but who does that give second place to for the VIP badge? That went really fast. I was spamming the slow-mo, and I think I ended it again. Give it to Lady Atara, who came in second place, highest of the eligible. Lady Atara is going to be your VIP winner for tomorrow. There we have it. Let me see about this. That is going to be win number 1. First time winner for Lady Atara on the VIP badge. Love to see it. That makes you winner number 264 all time. 264th winner. That's crazy. That's crazy. Usually I'm the one who falls off the map. It happens. It happens. All right, let me close out of here. That'll be for tomorrow. Today's VIP already determined. But we will have that for then. Let me close out of here real quick. All right. All right, chat. We are in the Inspire world today. My little screenshot for my Go Live post. We are in the Inspire world today. Don't worry, there's no spoilers for the episode that releases in 40 minutes. That would all be over in that direction. But our goal today is that we need to go geode hunting a little bit. That's our big thing. We need to go geode hunting and then, you know, just loosely gather things while we're out and about as well. That we could find useful to at least some degree. So, I'm thinking we're gonna grab a couple shulkers for the journey. And any of that we can just access at any point when we need it. It should be enough food to get us through between what we have and what was in there. We're just gonna go probably go to some underwater caves if I had to guess. That feels like the call. And now that you're being, oh, it must be really cold. The high is 48. I see, I see. People by toot. Gotta go to work. I get a fence post. Alright, we're gonna need this. Wherever we take the horse. Wherever we take the horse to. We're probably gonna go off in this direction. I don't usually go off in this direction. We're just gonna find the coast somewhere off in yonder area. And then go look for some underwater caves. And underwater caves might lead to some geodes. Or at least lead to other cave systems that could have geodes themselves. Wow, that really did not work. Brutal. Roughly 8 hours of sleep last night. That was the sum of 2 nights before together, so I feel well rested now. Nice. I've been trying to pay a little more attention to like sleep cycles lately. So not so much 8 hours, but trying to land on either 7.5 hours or 9 hours specifically to like line up with sleep cycles roughly. I've been trying to pay a little more attention to that. It's hard to like time going to bed at a very specific time though, because it's either 10:30 based on when I wake up. It's either 10:30, which feels like too early some nights, or it's 12, which is too late on most nights. Usually I would be going to bed at like 11 something, which falls right in the middle of like not letting that work. So I don't know. But I was trying to pay more attention to sleep cycles to try and like feel better rested when I wake up in the mornings, you know? This is my thing lately, but it's not going the greatest. Crazy work week when I logged off at 5 p.m. yesterday. I was at 52 hours. No thanks. No thanks. Look at this village. Wow. These guys are right on the ocean, right on the water. The entire thing is on the water. Holy dude. Look at that. I guess I didn't need the fence posts. I can just tie them up at one of the lampposts. That's a crazy village generation. Goes all the way out here, dude. Holy dude. Talk about oceanfront property. Jeez, this house has got to go for at least 1.2 mil in this economy. Alright, well, I don't need this. I'm just going to put this down there, and that'll be fine. I'll leave you a torch so you don't... I guess there's already torches. Alright, we're fine. I think I can get a boat for our underwater adventures here, at least until we find something. Then again, maybe we'll just swim, because it's kind of hard to see under the water if you're above the water. So maybe I won't even get a boat. We'll just kind of go do whatever. I might throw the shaders on for some dynamic lights with the torches to see things a little better. The rising tides have got to Minecraft now too. Climate change is inevitable. The effects of it cannot be outrun. If we get a dolphin around here, that'd be great. There's a shipwreck back there. I'm mostly looking for... It might be time to throw... What's our brightness? Throw the brightness up. Maybe throw the shaders on while we're down here. Is it? Yeah, it's more visible. Whatever helps you guys see a little bit better. We're looking for geodes. That's our big thing. Geodes for shards for tinted glass. You'll see why in the episode that releases today, but we're gonna need some tinted glass. So that's a big thing, but I'll also take any other things we find that we might deem useful. Diamonds, redstone, that kind of stuff. Gold even. I'm sure I'll need at some point. How far down? I forget what the parameters are. Geodes will spawn under a certain wide level. They used to just be everywhere on the ocean floor, but then they lowered where they all spawn. No drowning, we're fine. We got with the respiration we got, we don't lose health fast enough to have it be a problem. There's a lot of shipwrecks down here, I guess. Unless that's just terrain. That's real ship-like terrain, though. No, it's a ship. I guess we'll see what we got. Yoink. I guess I don't still have an iron farm going, so I might as well grab it. There we go. Do I care enough to go for... That's actually the only thing in here. Okay. Get just above. Wow, look at that. Wow. So looking for a big cave opening. Something that opens up into something big underwater here. I'll check all these little, like, crevices. Need something juicier. Also, Z coordinate, like, -1000, roughly. So where we left the horse. And then it's just back that way. How's it going, Jaded? GG on the vibe check. Love to see it. Heck yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Like, just today. My routine was thrown out of whack a little bit. I was running late. Stomach was not agreeing with me today. I feel like I'm forgetting. Like, I forgot something in the routine or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just that we have an upload on a Friday and it's weird, but it beats me. Nothing down there. No dolphins helping me out either. That was crazy. Haven't actually seen a dolphin around here. What the heck? Did the floofers get food? Yep. Well, Mir did. Mir gets fed in the first half of the day. Mittens gets fed in the second half of the day, so that we can monitor their food better. I don't have a VIP badge. Classic. Classic. Oh, this might be something. What do we have down here? If you see a geode, tell me. This is promising. We actually got some kind of cave system. Looks like a bunch of dead ends, but we do have another side to check out. Over here. All that dead ends. Hate to see that. Thought we had something. Oh well. Search continues. Between 30 and negative 58, right? Ocean floor is like 40. Yeah. So unless the floor dips down unnecessarily low, or unusually low, we won't see one down here. Technically possible. My phone just got a notification for the premiere. My phone just got a notification for the YouTube premiere. I guess it sends them out 30 minutes in advance. Did you guys get it too? Acrylic premiere. Upcoming. Portal over yonder. Curious as to what we'll find in here. Could be something. I also turn off notifications on most apps. That's fair. Well, this takes us down to deep slate. So I guess it's making some progress. Getting a little better every time. Check out the other side. I think it's just a dead end, though. Maybe, maybe not. Loops around. Real surface level for the most part. Alright. Oh. Onward. For those just joining, we are looking for geodes primarily. So I figured underwater caves would be our best bet. Plus underwater caving is really fun, so. Looking for some big underwater caves on the ocean floor. Usually the really massive underwater caverns are right next to normal caverns. You like dig through the wall. Oh, look at this. Here's a geode. Right on the ocean floor. Perfect. Anybody home? Let me see if I can do this. Can I get the water to go down there? I do that. And then that. There we go. Pull the shaders off since we're in here now. So I need amethyst shards, pretty much. So I think what we're gonna do here, this is perfect, we found one before the premiere, is I'm gonna try and dig all of these areas out, and then while we're watching the premiere, we'll just kind of AFK in this room and let them all grow. So our goal here is, the calcite will be nice to save for builds, but we're just gonna try and get all of these budding blocks fully isolated. Go from there. Let's go Peach. GG on 300. Holy. Dab on 200. Holy dude, look at you guys go. Okay. Get rid of these. Alright, expose some bonus ones too. Like that right there. Now then. Very careful. Want to be breaking any of them that we don't want to. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Okay. Good. I love the noise Amethyst makes. Yep. A classic. I think I dug that down far enough. That's good. Next couple right here. Goal, get all of these isolated. And then we'll have those ready for the premiere. Premiere is in 25 minutes. We'll go watch party that. The video is a little over 40 minutes long. So that's the time you can expect to spend on the watch party if you're going to be watching along. So we'll also be AFK in this room for that long. When that is ready. Make sure I don't pause the game, by the way. When we're switching to the premiere, make sure I don't forget and then, like, pause the game. I'm gonna, like, put ourselves in a little hole in here. Well, it's lit up. Nothing can get in here, but you get the idea. I need shards specifically. Grab that, and all of these. I can't complain with the calcite. I don't really have a lot of calcite stocked up anywhere. Haven't had to use it in a build yet, but that day is bound to happen. It's a pretty good block. These. AFK hold just in case Drown decides to come check on the geode. True, you're right. You're right. Dude, I'm so proud of this episode. Like, what we do isn't as, like, groundbreaking as the last one, but it mostly is on, like, the editing side. What I did on the editing side, and, like, I was able to capture a whole different feel for parts of the episode to sprinkle in on top of the usual stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm learning. Every episode is an improvement. Okay. I'm curious. Has anyone scienced it out or looked it up at any point? How many budding amethysts are there per geode? Is it a set number? Is it a range? Is there a minimum number that'll spawn of budding blocks? I'd be really curious to know. Not that that's particularly useful information, but it's one of those little things. Would be curious to know. I'll make it a point to get all the calcite out of here too. I'll keep the bottom stuff there just so it's easier to reach a lot of this stuff from here when we go around collecting, but I shall consult the sacred texts. Referring to the wiki as the sacred text is phenomenal. That is how you should all refer to the wiki from this point forward. Even if we're not playing Minecraft. The sacred texts, TM. Okay, is everything... Yep. Good so far. Couple in a row right there. Couple here. Careful. Don't be breaking no budding blocks. Starting to get some that are growing. These are one state away, right? These aren't full. I think there's still one more state they can grow. I think this is stage 3 out of 4. They get pretty similar in their last 2 stages. I don't need the basalt. You can just get this from smelting basalt. If you did not know, you don't actually need the basalt from the geodes. You can just smelt normal basalt and it gives you this block. And you can just basalt generator for that stuff, right? So pretty easy block to get. It's a good block though. Smooth basalt, underrated block. Underrated block, pretty solid, pretty good. 8.3% of the amethyst blocks are replaced by budding amethyst. So it kind of depends on how many amethyst blocks you get. Every geode has at least one, like, corner of it that's broken. Cracked open. There's none of them that are ever completely full, I don't think. I don't think it's possible. So it just depends on how big or small that corner is and how many blocks you're left with. Interesting. And it's based on a percentage of amethyst blocks at random. Wind chime block. There we go. I knew there was a block up there. I had to get it. All of this up to the calcite. All of those. Those are normal. Geodes actually have so many things going on. Mira is eating food and Mittens is peeking up on the side of the desk like, can I have? I've picked up 5 so far. Darn. There are so many budding blocks, dude. Holy dude. The scripture says they have a 95% chance of generating with a crack. Fascinating. Oh, so there's 5% of geodes are solid and don't have a crack? That's crazy. So we could find the elusive full geode? So geodes have, what is it? That was one of the questions on the game show that we were in. Was like, what % chance does a chunk have to spawn a geode? And it was actually pretty high. Didn't it turn out to be like 15% per chunk or something for a geode to spawn? So you just combo that with like the 5% per geode? The likeliness of getting a full geode in a chunk? Imagine not having a crack. Okay. Okay. Classic. 4.16-ish? 1 in 24 chance, whatever that is in percent. That seems like 15. No, that's not 15, that's less. What times? Yeah, that's like 4 or something. 4.16, yeah, that tracks. Mittens is peeking up again. This is so funny. The way she peeks up over the edge. At the food. She does it again, One cat eating the food, the other cat peeking over the edge. Wanting to get in on the food. Movie over here. Guilty. Alright. Here, you've devoured half of the bowl in like 30 minutes. That's enough food for you. They're both being monitored because ever since we introduced Mirror, aka second cat, both of them have been, they're like competing for food now. Mittens was fine. She would not overeat on her own, so we would just leave food out and she would manage well. But then when we got Mirror, Mittens started eating more because, you know, there's another cat eating food. So then she felt like she needed to eat the food. And then Mirror just doesn't have a single thought behind those eyes. Mirror is very much no thoughts, head empty. Ooh, delicious food. I will eat now. Without another thought about it. And then when she's done eating, she'll probably forget that the food even exists. And then she'll see it again and she'll go, ooh, delicious food. I'm gonna eat now. That's the type of cat Mirror is. She does that with everything though, it's not just food. She's just no thoughts, head empty. That's her nickname. Okay. Isolated everything on that side. None of these are fully grown yet. I'm convinced this is not the final stage. There's still one more. Right? That's stage 1. A lot of stage 1s. Is that the final stage? That's the final stage. Yeah. These are not. That one is, though. That one is as well. They get pretty large. We need a mirror emote with a loading wheel over the head. I was thinking like a derp cat kind of vibe. Like both eyes are kind of like looking in either direction, and then like little tongue blep sticking out. I thought would be a pretty good one. Well, the loading one is not bad. Whichever one would get us like would be more usable in different contexts. Both kind of the same vibe. How long do we got? We got like 14 minutes till premiere time. Rid of all of these. Let's go Wolzman. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Get rid of this. I need to deposit stuff in a shulker. It'll do. You never quite realize how many blocks are in a geode until you mine out a geode. It adds up quick, dude. It's way more than you think. Couple more exposed up there. And me actually being at $1 work now, the number goes up so slow. Yep. Yep, that'll do it. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I just want it up here. Try to get some of this out. I guess I'm keeping that calcite. I think that part was exposed to the water. Uh-oh. Anything I can reach from here, we'll call good. Some of these blocks are not gonna get got. I hate to waste them. Alright. Some up there. Oh, I forgot it does that when you use a rocket in Amethyst. Whoa. Okay. Break some of those out. That might be good. That might be good. Parkour. Alright, anything we didn't get from there, it'll be fine. I've messed up this stream by introducing the other streams. Brutal. Alright. We'll get what we get from this, and then that'll be good. Got most of it. Biggest thing is we gotta cut out on time. So all that watch party time will be going towards getting some shards. There's not a way up here. I cannot play this game. I have forgotten how to play Minecraft. Holy dude. There we go. All that for one block. Last little bit up here. It'll do. Throw all that in there. Let me that up. I'm gonna fix this real quick just because it's bugging me. Oh, but I could also get it. That one right there. We got this. Darn. Good thing I'm crafting tabled up. I'm never gonna shut up about it. Alright. Throw those away. Do that. And now we've got a room growing a bunch of this stuff for us to gather. Couple of them as I see them get done real quick. How many shards do you need per tinted glass? Is it like 2? 4? Forget off the top of my head. Alright, well, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll sit here AFK real quick. 4? Oh, that's so expensive. Alright, I'll be right back, chat. Before we start the premiere, I will be right back. Premiere is still in another, like, 7.5 minutes. I just gotta run to the bathroom real quick. And then once I'm back, we'll get into premiere time. Hold tight. All right, chat. We are back. Premiere over. Let me know when you're here. Premiere over. Let me know when you're here. Waiting. 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 Clap. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode. That was a good one. There was a little bit of scuff. Okay? I learned an important lesson. I learned an important lesson in dark areas in a video, especially for the premiere. I think it's going to look better in the full video form, like now that the premiere is over. If you go back and check the video. I'm sure it'll look a little better, but it might still not be perfect. So I learned an important lesson about dark areas in a YouTube video. However, I think it turned out really good. How do you guys feel about mixing in some more of the like silly, whimsical kind of style, especially around the redstone stuff? Because for the building stuff, it's very like serious and like inspirational and like calm piano kind of vibe. And then I felt like the silly whimsical for redstone was like a really good contrast, so that like it's not the same vibe with redstone, because when I tackle redstone, it's not the same as when I build, because I know what I'm doing when it comes to building more than I know what I'm doing when it comes to redstone. So that, or even other things that I throw in there, like traveling maybe, whatever else, like just having that as like a little contrasty kind of vibe. So felt like a good touch. So I'll need to watch fully still, I'll let you know. Sounds good. Sounds good. Remember to like the video, folks. True. Don't forget to leave a comment. Now that you've seen it, if you didn't already leave a comment, not in the chat, but in the actual comments, now that you've seen it all the way through, those of you guys who watched it during the premiere, make sure you comment on it as well. Do that thing for sure, for sure. Creeper cameo is my favorite. Dude, it was such a good shot. It's such a good shot with the creeper. I feel like we need more soggy carpets. No shot, dude. No shot. We already got a couple comments on here. I'm replying to every comment. I reply to every comment. That's how it works. That is how it works. As we do. By the way, chat, if you didn't see, I posted in the Discord, but if you didn't see it, we are officially YouTube partners. We are officially YouTube partners as of yesterday / the day before that video even went up. We are officially YouTube partners now. So we are just under the threshold to start being able to monetize videos. I am 140 watch hours away from being able to like set up actually monetizing things. So I guess you didn't need to do both at the same time. The YouTube partner was like just under the like get paid threshold. So that'll happen from this video almost assuredly. We'll hit that last bump, and then I'll be able to set up all of that, which is great. And then we can, you know, so far all of the YouTube videos have just been to kind of build up the channel, right? All for free. But we'll start getting some like ad revenue, stuff like that. I know some of you guys are getting ads on the videos, but so far I don't get anything from those ads. However, as soon as I set that up, I will be. So that'll be nice. The ads won't be for nothing, you know? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that episode. What was your favorite part? Let me know. What was your favorite part of the episode? What stood out to you? All that good stuff. We're averaging a view a minute at the moment. 49 minutes ago, 50 views. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm going to reply to more of these comments real quick. I'm going to leave the comment. Only YouTubers below 5 foot will reply to this comment. I hate it here. I hate it here. One second. There we go. Very good. I like the bridge fading in as you were building it. I do like that edit. I've been using that style in the time lapses a little bit more because I like that. Classic. I love bridges. They're so sweet, dude. We've got 7 episodes and 2 bridges to show for it. That's a really high bridge to episode ratio.
People love.
Arteme, thank you for the 41-month resub. That's so many months. Unbelievable. What the heck, dude? What the heck? Thank you, Arteme, for the 41 months. With Prime, it's free money. It's free real estate. That's how it works. It's them every time. Yeah, don't forget, chat. Like the video, comment the video. Do the thing. You know, if you watch it, let it play all the way through. If you watch it, let it play all the way through and click on another video on the side. You don't have to watch the other video. But, like, click on a random video when you're done watching on the side directly. Then algorithm goes, wow, that video kept them on YouTube. I will promote this video now. That's how it works if you didn't know. So, just throwing that out there. Once you're done watching it, click on something else off of the page. And you don't have to watch the other thing. You just click into it. All right. That is the newest episode. Really happy with it. And to add into, or to, I guess, bounce off of what we just watched in the video. Let me check my tabs real quick before we get too far ahead of ourselves there. Okay. All right. To bounce into what we were talking about over there, we've been AFK in this hole to get some amethyst shards for some tinted glass so that we can fix the, I accidentally lit up all of the creeper farm situation that we had going on. Oh, I just broke a whole thing. Dang it. I didn't have my cursor on the right spot. Anyway, we've been AFK in here the whole time we were watching the premiere. And that means that we can gather all of this to try and get enough tinted glass. I only need to replace the glass facing the farm. There's a lot more glass. There was like almost a whole shulker worth of glass used in there. Luckily, we don't need that much tinted glass.
Congratulations on YouTube partner.
Thanks.
Stonks, 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 am I right?
Eventually, eventually. Getting the YouTube partner just being at that threshold, it's kind of like when you first start making money on Twitch, like it's a slow burn. It's not very much for a while. Not very notable for a while until the channel really starts to grow, kind of a thing. But it's nice to have hit that threshold at least. Because then you feel a little more rewarded for like all the effort put into it, right? Like up to this point, it's all just like entirely based on getting eyeballs. And there's no other benefit to it through the first episodes, but now it can start to kind of amount to more, you know? Which is nice. Do that. Do this one. Thank you, Peach, for the 30-month resub, by the way. Incredible. At tier 3, nonetheless. I cannot believe it. That is so crazy. Still out here, tier 3, and gonna grab a coffee before my meeting. Another meeting? Gross. Thanks. So we get 2 tinted glass per, right? That's what somebody said. It takes 4 shards to craft it, and you get 2. So it's basically 2 shards are 1 glass. So whatever amount of shards we end up with, half of that is how much tinted glass we'll have, effectively. I am fortuning these. Try and make the most of it here. Okay, up top a little bit. Down here a little bit. You can spend like 10 years doing this. Just trying to spot all the different ones, and then like as you're doing that, more of them are growing. Yoink. I might need to pillar up to some of these. Likely. Okay, let me Oh, I silk touched that one. That's alright, they're kind of cool. Let's go up here. That'll be good. Less efficient pick for Amethyst, honestly. That's so real. So real, dude. Okay, those are good. That's good. Those are good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That one. And that one. And that one. And that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. That one. I'm gonna need to, like... Breaking them isn't enough. I gotta actually go pick them up from these spots, too. They're not all just gonna cooperate and fall. Okay. That one was nice to us. Gotta get over here a little bit. This is why we bring crafting tables. You never know when you might need an emergency scaffolding. Okay. Break these out. We've got stuff down here to get. Jaded, what are you doing? Thanks for gifting a sub to D-Wiz. What the heck, dude? Thanks, Jaded. You have to do that. Holy, dude. Thank you kindly for gifting a sub. Holy. Love to see it. Scam Train. Any Gritty Goose enjoyers? I guess I would need to be level 5 for that, but, you know, you get the idea. We had a couple people get Gritty Goose last time, right? At least one person got Gritty Goose. That's what it's all about, honestly. That's the only thing that matters with Scam Trains. Is getting Gritty Goose. Anything else sitting around that I haven't picked up? A little bit. A little bit. That one's done. What are we at here? How much is this? This would be... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 stacks of tinted glass. Is 5.5 enough? That is the question. To do all of those walls around the creeper farm... I don't know. That'd be cutting it close. I feel like it kind of adds up quick. So maybe we sit around here a little bit longer, just yoinking them as they get fully grown. Look at all those Gritty Gooses, dude. Heck yeah, dude. Ginger got Gritty Goose last time? That's right. I love hearing that emote. It's so good, dude. It's so good. Copium. Just get to level 5 on the Scam Train, and you'll get a Gritty Goose. Easy clap. Disclaimer. There's no guarantee you will get a Gritty Goose. But you got a chance. It's a level 5 emote. What do we got? What have we? Bunch of level 3s that are gonna be level 4s before long. Eventually. Eventually, TM. Oh, I guess that was meant to happen. Oh, I broke a level 3, dang it. It looked like it was a level 4. Eyes peeled. That's a level 3. Oh, I see one. I see one. Couple of them. One there. One there. Very good. Parkour around here. There's got to be like an interesting way to kind of farm these, but like not necessarily farm. Like I don't think you could automate this too well. Maybe there's a way, but like have some kind of contraption where you can reach all of these super easy. Maybe it's as simple as just flooding the room. Like I wonder if they still grow even if they're surrounded by water. Because in that case, you could just swim around all of them, easy peasy. Wonder what the meta is. I haven't done a lot of, like, amethyst farming like this, right? I've only had to do it a couple times ever. I've seen them flooded with allays collecting the shards. Interesting. So they do work flooded. See, the ocean's right here. We could just break the entire ceiling and just flood the entire room to, like, swim around a little bit better. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Maybe that'll be the play. After self-finding 5 level 5s, you will get a Gritty Goose emote. Self-funding 5 level 5s, that's crazy. Looks like this one's only got 30 seconds. I don't think this game train's gonna happen this time. Alas, the Gritty Goose must wait. Goosed is what I just said. That's crazy. Alright, let's break the ceiling. Let's get crazy. Everywhere we see geode, we're just gonna break all of this out right here. Can't knock my box of candy canes off the counter and broke all the hooks? No, dude. What the heck? Heck. Hate to see it, dude. Oh no. Oh, it was a little too late. If you were going for the hype trade. Thank you though, Dab. Are we gonna get a TTS on that? I'll give it a second. TTS?
Wahoo on your YouTube success. Celebratory hands in the air.
There it is. Dab, thank you for the 300 bits. Appreciate ya. Means a lot. Yeah, we've been working really hard on the YouTube side, and it's paying off, which is great. I'm really proud of the videos we're putting out. I think they are the best work I've done as a content creator. And it's only getting better. Like this last episode we just put out, yeah, I had a little bit of scuff here and there. I missed a thing in editing, and YouTube compression doesn't help, but like we're getting there, right? Like every video is a big step, and that's really cool. So it's been a fun journey so far. How's it going, Bluefield? Finally got Acrylic out in the wild? I suppose you did. Welcome to the Amethyst farming stream. If you couldn't tell, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to farming amethyst, but we're trying to, I guess, flood the room now to make accessing the higher blocks a little better. But it's occurring to me that, like, just flooding it like this, like, there's still water, like, underneath and everything, so it's kind of scuffed. I might need to, like, get a bucket and, like, place some water underneath to, like, make it all source block up or something like that. I don't know. I have to figure it out. Hello from a YouTube subscriber. Heck yeah, Bluefield, let's go. Love to see it. Don't tell my stream viewers who are here from stream, but the people who come in who are from YouTube, and that's how they found me, you guys are actually my favorite, but don't tell the others. Mostly just because it's really cool and I'm not used to it. And that makes you special, but don't tell the others that I said that. That's just between you and me. Hey, D: No, you guys didn't hear that. No, actually, I said that on private channel. You guys didn't hear that, actually. So, if you could not metagame, that would be great. You actually didn't hear that because I said that privately, so... Might have to be source blocks? Yeah. Oh, we're gonna start spawning everything in this room. All the light is gone. I can't see a thing. I cannot see a thing. What is going on? Just finished watching your video. Awesome build. The one that just released, that we just premiered? Or a different one? Who even knows at this rate? But thanks! I appreciate it. Heck yeah. Okay, this is a nightmare. Can I throw shaders on? Do I get the dynamic light? Is that better? Oh, it's better. That's better. Whatever helps you guys see what's going on better. There's a lot of particles. We gotta fix this. This is bad. This is bad. I promise I've played this game before. Okay, maybe we get a bucket. Yeah, maybe, okay. This is fine. 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 Let me just, yeah. I'm just gonna, yep. This is going to plan. 100%. I'm just gonna throw a bunch of that in there. Can I get one of these going? Metagaming's so hard. Unreal. Stream buffer, didn't catch that. See, somebody gets it. Have to watch the video later? Heck yeah. I'm really proud of it. Turned out really good. Okay, tools? Is that where I keep water? It is. Okay. So, utilizing these water buckets. What are your thoughts on the guys who mojang? I just saw that for the very first time yesterday. I was scrolling Reddit, and I didn't know that was even a thing until yesterday. I don't know how recent it was made, like, known. I don't know too many of the details. At first, I was like, why the heck would you sue Mojang? But then I read, like, I saw, like, somebody in the comments talking about what the, like, specifics of it were a little bit. Like, a TLDR was, like, something about their EULA, like, encourages, like, promoting gambling to children or whatever, is the vibe I got. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, that was, like, one of the issues, or the main thing that's being brought forward is, like, that's not good. Which I would agree with, assuming I don't know the details, right? I don't read the EULA, you know what I'm saying? But, like, if that's true, that's bad. So, I know it's crowdfunded. The, like, legal fees are being crowdfunded, and they hit the goal, is what the post was. So, I will say, at the end of the day, I'm not educated enough on the subject to have an opinion. Because I think it's important to not have a strong stance on something if you're not educated on the topic enough, right? That being said, if this is like, if like the very brief things I read but I haven't like fact checked myself are like a thing, like, yeah. Promoting gambling to children, bad. I think we went really when we started allowing the whole, like, enabling gambling here in the States, like sports betting especially. That has been one of the most, like, detrimental things that has happened in the last, like, in my lifetime. Because the amount of gambling ads that are just shown willy-nilly, you know what I mean? Like, there are so many young, impressionable children who are going to be growing up, like, just waiting to gamble. You know what I mean? Like, hooked at a young age on all these gambling ads, and, like, that is just going to be, like, the reality of it. Like, we're on a slippery slope here. I'm very anti-gambling. Gambling's a problem, but, like, on a personally, I am, but I think the video was posted, like, 2 days ago. It was on trending page. Oh, I guess this is me getting outed for not looking at trending page. I never check trending. I kind of live under a rock sometimes. It also kind of coincided with recently I've been on a, like, less social media for mental wellness kind of thing. Like, Blue Sky I can be on, and it doesn't affect me mentally in a bad way, which is actually so, like, such a breath of fresh air. So, like, I've been on Blue Sky, and it's a vibe. But, like, no Twitter, no Reddit, right? I for, like, 3 or 4 days. It was no Twitter, no Reddit. And then just last night, I got on Reddit. It wasn't, like, a strict no, none of that, by the way. I didn't, like, break that. It was just, like, try to be less. So I got on Reddit for the first time a couple days yesterday, and that's where I saw it. UVS says no gambling, but they aren't enforcing it. Right, so that's where the issue is. Here in the UK, you can't even advertise porridge before 9 p.m. now? What? I can't tell if you're, like, if that's just, like, UK is always silly, so that's, like, an exaggeration, or not, because I would believe it if it was real, which is funny. Pretty wild, though. Like, they got 100K in 3 days, right? Yeah, I saw they had reached their crowdfunding goal. It was the first I had heard of it, so I figured it had to have been kind of recent. I just didn't know the details. Welcome in, by the way, Perny. It'll be interesting to see, to, like, follow that, see what comes of it. For sure. Technically, gambling isn't even allowed in the state I'm in, but there's still so many ads for the sports apps, which I'm pretty sure kind of are. They might be able to loophole it with, like, fantasy. They might be able to loophole in your state or other states where it's not allowed with the whole, like, get on our app for fantasy, but, like, it's not gambling smile. It's just fantasy smile. You know what I mean? I think that's probably a thing. If I had to guess. Have you watched the video? I have not. All I saw was like briefly people talking about it on Reddit, and I don't know the details, which I said a second ago, I'm not educated enough on the topic to have a strong stance one way or another with the lawsuit, because I haven't done my due diligence on the topic. So, loosely, I am, like, loosely without the details on the topic. All I know is I, as a person, am anti-gambling, but I don't know the details on this Minecraft situation, so I don't want to have a strong take one or the other, because I'm just not educated enough, you know? Also, the guy lost, that was because he was an old mod or something, and the day before Drop Mojang was like, we have now decided we do not like guns, and you should know that we have a secret ELO that was supposedly this against. Right, so they're selectively enforcing things. So now it's like, okay, well, the vibe I get from that is like, dude was like, okay, well, if you're gonna enforce that, let's talk about the things you aren't enforcing that are actually, like, being problematic, I guess. That's the vibe I get. Watershed, which essentially means things can't be advertised on TV before 9. Right, I've heard of that. Usually because it's not child-friendly in some way. They've had a bunch of unhealthy foods to the list, and porridge is one of them. Dang, okay. I knew I had heard, like, you can't swear on television before 9 p.m. or something. That's been, like, a thing that I heard. And, dang, so they're taking it to, like, unhealthy food levels. That's so interesting. Wasn't super convinced by the video. Seems like a legal gray area IMO. Mostly about Mojang not allowing guns in Minecraft. Right. Okay. Work lurk. 07. Do your self-care. See you later, May. Work treats you well. Meanwhile, we have cereal over here with colors made from coal derivatives. Yeah. There is zero sense of, like, food being even remotely, like, good for the human digestive system here in the States. There is, like, what very minimum regulation we have on, like, the food industry here is about to be thrown out the window. Like, it's already terrible. It's already so bad. And the very little bare minimum we have is about to get thrown out the window in the next couple of years, so be extra mindful if you are in the States like I am. A little extra mindful on what you're eating, what you're putting in your body, because things are going to get even sketchier. Porridge and crumpets are the two people are getting hung up on. Interesting. More reasons to move there, I guess. Imagine not having ads before 9. Well, you're still getting ads. They're just not allowing certain ads, you know? No ads before 9 p.m. Talk to me, dude. Can't see the porridge on screen, but your National Geographic is more graphic than it is in the States? Dang. Definitely adverts, but only like one every 20 to 30 minutes, maybe? I watch a lot of TV, so don't quote me on that. Yeah, I don't watch... For the most part, I don't watch any TV, but there are a couple exceptions here and there, mostly sports related. Even then, we don't pay for TV ourselves. Like, it would be at the in-laws or on like a family plan from the in-laws on YouTube TV. NA, have Cheez-Its, kids, but no nature. I mean, is it really worth it, what we're doing right here, with all this waterlogging? Like, this is, like... I guess I'm gonna have to write down the coordinates to come back when I need more to make it worth it. Because we're, like, way out in, like, the middle of nowhere ocean at the moment. We're not even, like, close to the base or anything like that. Oh, jeez, I'm trying to... Give me some water sources here. These particles are from the particular mod with the water flowing the way it is. It's just being like, mod's not built for this kind of thing to be happening. Is effectively what's going on here. Any of the stuff I do, FDA regulated studies. Oof, yeah. I guess we'll see. You have another system you could hook it up to? Depends on how complete does it need to be considered a nether system. Like, if it's just random tunnels through netherrack that have portals on the same Y level, but like nothing else, and you have to run the distance, like, is that enough to be considered a nether system or no? You know what I mean? Because that's what we got. How's it going, Big Spatch? Stopping by for a minute, but I had to dinner with some friends. Ooh. Hope it goes well. Hope you have a good time. Watch the vid on stream. I don't think I'm going to do that on stream. It's a bit of a heavier topic and more like serious tone and everything. And our stream is more or less more in the vein of like, people don't want to worry about that kind of stuff when they're watching. They're just here to have a good time. Here to think about the fun part of Minecraft. Almost borders on political. Little bit. It's like in the same family of like, at least the same reason, right? As like, try to avoid the super serious real life topics for the most part. Unless we absolutely have to cover them, but... Not a React channel. There's also that. Only time we do React is Minecraft Alive. That's about the only time. Surely we won't drown? Okay, that's particular mod getting scuffed. That is what that is. Big time. So that's flowing water causing some scuff. And I wonder if I just keep getting all of these blocks around it, is that going to help the issue? I think... Sometimes it's a relog too, when you start getting those particles.
Mining stalactite.
Okay. Alright.
The stalactite is a type of formation that hangs from the ceiling of caves.
Thanks.
A stalagmite is a type of rock formation that rises from the floor of a cave.
Yep.
Due to the accumulation of material deposited on the floor from ceiling drippings. How stalactites and stalagmites formed is related. So once we have found the stalactites, often have to find stalagmites in that area as well. Steps to form stalactites and stalagmites are follow these. Rainwater dissolves carbon dioxide in the...
Well, already, oh no. Alright. Alright. So, that was uncalled for. That was uncalled for. Okay, I'm tired of taking drowning damage. Do I have any water sources around here that I could start picking up? Nope. You two people have no idea. The longer time, the more that time passes since that originally happened, the more an inside joke it becomes. At this point, we're committed. At this point, I need to get the water all to do the thing. Maybe I should have just brought a bunch of kelp and done that or something. Wasn't here for it, but I've seen the pain, yep. And we gotta waterlog like every single side of these blocks effectively. Here's what I'm wondering. Like, okay, I break this one because it's full. When another one grows, is it still gonna be waterlogged? Or is waterlogging the sides of it useless? You know what I mean? I'm starting to wonder how worth it what we're doing is. Still be waterlogged, do you think? Hopefully. Let me try to focus on some of these, like, most affected areas, I guess. Try to get a lot of these streams kind of figured out here. Is this better if I go to shaders at this point? I can't see where the water is. Nope. There's got to be a point. We got to reach a point where it's like it autofills, right? Like that's just water mechanics. There's got to be a certain point where it'll just like click and then just start to like, maybe not where the shards are, that needs to be manually done, but like the rest of it. You know what I mean? There's got to be a point where that's like, okay, wait, I need to do the thing where I connect now, right? Either way, the amount of work we're putting into this, we got to save these coordinates for sure. And this will just be our... When you need shards or amethyst for something, that's where you come to. That's interesting. Okay. So... There we go. Water there. Water there. Get these corners. See if that'll help at all. A little bit over on the edge. Good song. Maybe I should have brought more buckets for this. Just start going crazy. Whatever I can reach, we'll do it. Let me also grab these while I'm here. This is the whole goal, right? Make these a little easier. Honestly, though, breaking these could also get them waterlogged. Like this right here is a good example, right? We break that, now it's waterlogged. I think, oh, I guess it would have to be a source block. I don't know if it is. A source block. Oh, that's level 3. Whole reason we're here. Well, with how much time we're spending here, we'll definitely have enough tinted glass. Still don't have a quick way to break glass, though, so we're going to be spending... I don't even know how long. Breaking not even that much glass around that sugarcane farm. When are we going to see the day that we have a tool that breaks glass a little quicker? Doesn't even have to be a new tool. Just add the functionality. That'd be great. Okay. And a little bit right here. You tried TNT. Now, how am I supposed to get the glass back if I'm using TNT? I always forget these emit light. That's probably why the shaders look so crazy. These give off light. I wonder why that is. There's probably a sciencey reason behind it, right? Maybe it's just how they catch light or something. Yeah, no, I need the glass back. I need to use the glass that's already there in the crafting of tinted glass. I don't want to have to trade for more. Alright, let's get some more water going. Anywhere we see these spots in need. Is that's here. Yeah, okay. We're getting a little less particly. There's still a lot over there, but... kind of progress. A little bit. Oh, that did a couple of them. I need more of those combos. More of those combo breakers where it's just connecting everything. Thank you, Beanie. Guess now that the premiere is over. There we go. What flavor of combos are your favorite? I haven't had combos in a minute. I'll eat any of them. I will literally eat any combo. I just know they're good, but we don't get snacks from the store because we are that tight on money. So, haven't really had them in a long time, but they're good. Someone offers me combos, I'll get combos. You know what I mean? Like if they're gonna offer me some, I'll take some. Gotta be getting close to getting this whole thing properly waterlogged. Skip Subi snacks the next trip, right? Yeah, since your bits were so insistent, I will get Scooby snacks when we're at the store next. Assuming I remember. Hopefully I do. Pizza pretzel combos over everything. Always forget they're a thing, yeah. Taking all of the damage. Alright, grab that one, and that one. More needed. Yep. That one, that one. Just the first couple I see, just wherever they are. Looks like that wall could use some. Source block there. Source block there. That one. Speaking of, see if there's any to yoink at the moment. I can't believe there was a group of people who hated on this song. Alright, more water. Where are we at? Plus what we have in the shulker down there, so we're getting a good amount. Anything left up top? I think we got most of it. Now it's mostly down here. I'll let the dog out and head into the office, have my Q4 check-in today. Got a good rating, just no promotion, so that'll be a fun conversation. Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe that'll do something? Nope. March in there like, hey, what the freak? I guess since I'm not as valued at this company, I'm looking at some other offers I've received in which they're willing to give me this position. Oh, wait, why'd I get the bed? I'm just drowning. I'm not tired. So far up. Why is there no source blocks here? Huh? Huh? Is there not, like... Should this not all be sourced, like, up to here? What's going on? That's a crazy thing to say, Ginger. I can't believe it. Plant some kelp at the bottom? Yeah, I'm about to go get kelp. The problem is the kelp isn't going to help not to rhyme, the water, or the blocks that need waterlogged. Like, the kelp's not going to waterlog it for you, I don't think. And that's most of what remains at this point. But to at least get the other source blocks right, maybe. Could be worth doing. Did I get everything against the walls? I think I did. I don't know why this one is still scuffed. I'm curious, like, if I remove that, they said there, it's still rushing. Like, there we go. That was what was doing it. Weird how that works. Maybe we'll get some kelp. Try some kelp. See what that does for us. Pretty close to a sea temple. Oh boy. It couldn't all like clump up together, you know? Swim circles as it floats to the surface. We had a trident drown while we're out here. Be kind of cool. That wasn't too bad. Oh, we got a cat. Looking for the food. And for her, she already ate all of the food she's getting. For now. She's just staring at the food bowl like, why closed? Why food closed? No, you start batting at it, and you get put off the desk. She's batting at it. The resistant meow. The no, what are you doing? So, would I just want to just start placing these everywhere in this room? Is that effectively what I'm wanting to do here? Just filling every block with kelp? I guess. Right? There's no water there? Okay. And then we'll break it all at once. I might need to go get more if that's the case. For sure. So I guess we'll see what we can do here. Water there. Pretty useful for finding those little spots where I didn't have water before. All those. Definitely gonna need more kelp. Unless we just mark off areas as we do them. Somehow. Where's an air pocket? I know the drowning damage is driving at least one person crazy in chat. My bad. My bad. Get rid of the... No, not game mode switcher. Hitbox. There we go. Okay. These particles are going crazy as well in this area here. I'm that person. Noted. Okay. Well, I guess I can't plant anything there, so what we'll have to do is break whatever's on top to get those to be able to reach all the way. That needs water. How's it going, Theo? Welcome in. I guess... No, that's... Man. Would we want... See, this is a great example of it. I think as we go, we get rid of whatever's on the side, regardless of what state it's at. Just for the sake of trying to get this all to do the thing, right? Okay, so that's everything up to this line. So now I'm gonna get this kelp back. And we're gonna mark this with cobblestone. So that'll tell me everything in that line and back has been done. Now, I wonder if adding all these source blocks did anything over on the other side. Doubt it. Okay, back to shaders just so I can see. Storm coming in about 1 hour. My internet keeps cutting out, so you can have my last 45p. Well, it was a good run. It was a good run. 07, hopefully the internet doesn't die too bad. Your minimum bid donation is 50. Oh, I thought you meant like 140p, but you're down 100. I thought you were talking like video quality. Incredible. Incredible miscommunication. I'm so here for it. That's awesome. It's also running at 45p. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, we had to up it to 50 minimum to avoid the spam. Let me get rid of that. So we did everything there. Let me get rid of the shulker boxes, I guess. And now we'll do everything in this line. I can't believe we're spending a whole stream in a geode. That's valid. I'm your longest time spammer. That's true. Yep, that tracks. There are areas on the floor that don't even have water yet. We'll keep the line going. Oh, no water here. Okay. We have found quite a few spaces that I didn't realize did not have water. Okay. Next couple are going to be weird because we have the opening, so I don't know how far up we want to go on those, but I guess we'll see. Rid of that one, that one. No water there. Okay. Got it. Okay, I think we can only do one line at a time at this point. All right. That is pretty satisfying. I will go and do the hitboxes now. Let me turn that off. Gonna be a little dark. Bear with me. Should've brought some glowstone in here. All that farm. Throw it on the walls to see better. Alright. That is everything through that line. So now we're onto this one. Get rid of that gravel. Just rewatched the video and quality is nice. Heck yeah. That's good to hear. I know that, like, generally speaking in YouTube videos, you want to avoid the dark spots. I guess it's just extra bad in the premieres. Because it's already, like... Premieres are already disadvantaged on, like, bitrate and stuff, so... Sorry, I'm taking damage again. Glad to hear, glad to hear. Shaders again, I can't see. And if I can't see, I know you can't see either. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. We're just gonna go right up to the lip, I think. Good to me. Yoink. Okay, they do still grow, because we had to get rid of that one for the kelp. So they do still grow, and they are still waterlogged. Officially scienced that part on our own. I know you guys had said it worked like that, but just to confirm. Yeah. Any trident guys? Nope. Stop drowning. I should get a conduit down here at this point. So much work for a single geode. I'm just gonna put these up to the edge. They're gonna grow a little bit further on their own. Some of these. That'll be fine. Okay. Final layer, as we do. All right, that's another one. Satisfying part. Honestly, I like that sound. Like, visually it's satisfying, but I like the sound of that. I don't know about you guys. That's a satisfying noise when all the kelp breaks up. Kind of like the scaffolding, right? Similarly to that. I'll stop drowning real quick. How did kelp end up over here? What's going on? All right. Those clouds are a little bugged out, I think. I don't think they're supposed to be that bright. That was weird. There we go. Just a show, you got it. Also, last bit of my caffeine for the day. I got one more good swig in me. All right. Where kelp? Got all the kelp. Move the cobblestone. There is done. And now break these out. Are we getting less particles? Oh, we are getting less particles over here. I don't know if... I think there were particles there before. It's working. Youch. Alright. Stop drowning. So, no particles. Crazy. Right up to the lip. Yep. Alright, cool. This reminds me, we still need to get... I need to introduce kelp as our fuel system into the super smelter in the lower world. We were gonna... When we got auto crafting, we were gonna set that up. Have it auto craft and then your fuel source so it's always good to go. We'll probably set up something like that on this world too at some point. There we go. Sorry, Amethyst, we gotta make room. 'Twas a good run. At least this guy's done. That guy, that guy. Works for me. Welcome in, by the way, Demonology. Welcome in. What's everyone getting up to this weekend? It feels weird to upload a video on a Friday because we've done Wednesdays so many days, but... Weekend plans for anyone? Yeah, speaking of Cosmo Sheldrake, made it onto my top 5 this year's Wrapped. I think this is the first... This would be the first Wrapped in which I've listened to Cosmo. I think we discovered him, like, really early this year or something. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, look at my Wrapped still? Yep. Mine turned out pretty solid. There wasn't too much stream scuff. Except for the fact that Concerned Ape was my #1 artist because of the Stardew Valley playlist when we were playing Stardew Valley. So, that's pretty funny, if anything. Like, I have 128,000 minutes listened this year, and somehow Concerned Ape is the #1. And I don't even have Concerned Ape on the playlist. It's just when we were playing Stardew, I would put the soundtrack on. Crazy, dude. That would be why my day's been off. It's not a Wednesday, yeah. Feels like a Wednesday because of the release, but it is not a Wednesday. Gonna get used to that. I mean, it's not like Friday's the new day, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like when I get them done. So, like, it's possible the next release is a Wednesday. It's possible it's like a Saturday, you know? I guess we'll see. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. It'll be one of those 4. Just as I get it done. If we were still on Wednesday releases, today's episode wouldn't have had the second half of it, the redstone bit. It would have just been, like, building and then, like, 20 minutes long or whatever. So that's kind of the benefit we get out of just having the ability to take as long as it needs and try to keep it under 10 days more or less, but... Like the builds themselves, quality over quantity. Little building this weekend, Burge. True, we'll be here. We'll be here for a long time tomorrow. Don't forget, chat. Tomorrow's stream will be a long one. Going live at the normal time, but we got the bakery build event. That'll be a little switch up from the usual. For those who don't know, we are participating in a huge build event on the bakery server. I was invited to captain one of the teams, so I've got 9 others joining our part of the build. It's like a bunch of teams of however many people. Try not to die in Minecraft Bedrock Hardcore this weekend. Ooh, there you go. Have a spa day for my mom's dog this weekend. Heck yeah. D&D tonight. Workout tomorrow. FF14 winning Sunday to attend. Only 15k minutes this year. Called it. Top song is any of my top 5 is all. And yeah, hate it here. Because we listen while you sleep. Yeah. Makes sense. That'll happen. My top 5, I posted on Blue Sky, but my top 5, and I think we went through it on stream on Wednesday, but my top 5 was Concerned Ape, 21 Pilots, I forget the order, but Cosmo Sheldrake was one of them, Royal Blood was one of them, and Jukebox of Ghost was one of them. All 4 of those artists that aren't Concerned Ape are both on my main playlist and stream playlist in significant amounts, which definitely boosted their ability. Songs that are like only stream playlist or only main playlist, less of a shot. It's got to be on both to make my Wrapped usually. Other than Saturday, it's all exam studying, Sladge. Brutal. I was a Jukebox of Ghost top listener. There you go. Heck yeah. I was a top listener for Concerned Ape and also 21 Pilots this year. Last year it was Royal Blood. I was like It was like a crazy low percentage. I don't remember, but it was wild. Oh, get rid of these. All the way up to the edge. All right, ready for another layer by the looks of it. So many things going on at once on screen. Holy dude. Good thing we got hitboxes. Otherwise, this would be hopeless. As we spend time getting all the stuff that's down here, hopefully everything else has gone all the way up to the surface, so we don't have to pick it all out of the water. Looks good to me. Couple stragglers. That. Rotten flesh. Yeah, alright, back down we go. Move that cobblestone one block to the side. That's our marker for what's done. Less particles is nice. Now we're getting to an interesting part where we have like these areas that still need water. Wonder if it would fix it when we get the kelp there or once we break the kelp. I guess it's not source blocks until you break it. Yoink. All the way up to the lip. Yeah, maybe when it's broken. I guess we're gonna find out. Those two can have that. The highest listened to song after India is Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. That tracks given when you were big on that. There's a lot of talk of it in stream. Classic. Go back! Go back! Go back! Alright, we're good. Honestly though, getting the ability to do water source blocks like this with kelp, definitely game changer. I know it's been forever at this point since it happened, but like, it really is such a useful mechanic. Need to make a playlist on my top songs that I was actually conscious to listen to. Makes sense. A lot of amethyst here. Wowee. Everyone counts. Just taking a look at something real quick, don't mind me. Check my tabs too. I thought I was tabbed out in an air pocket. What the heck? There we go. There we go. Get my daily bean as well. Okay. Where are we at? One or two more lines over here. See it. Stop scratching the wall. Why are you like this? Mirror treats every vertical surface like a scratching post. She'll scratch the drywall. She'll go out to the side of the bed. That one's expected. She'll do it on the brick of the fireplace. Like, there is no surface that she cannot use as a scratching post. And it's so weird. Because I've never seen another cat do it to just, like, the drywall. You know what I mean? Like, I get, like, the couch and the bed or whatever. Like, the wall? Does she have actual scratchies in your room? We have two different, like, scratchy things. Neither one's in this room, but, like, she'll scratch on them, but, like, also just scratch the wall. Like, she'll just decide out of nowhere she's just gonna scratch the drywall. I don't know, dude. Like I said, No Thoughts Head Empty is her nickname. She just gets the urge to scratch and then doesn't go look out a good thing to scratch. She's like, oh, I feel like scratching. All right, what's the nearest surface? Scratches up the wall and slides his nails down, but doesn't rip into it. Yeah. So she requests upkeep. I love that. Pass it over here. Yeah, the braid cell. Holy dude. What a time. Almost broke the full block there. Okay, those up to there. And get rid of that. Get that. More air bubbles. I have so many scratch thingies and they use cardboard box instead. Oh yeah. You introduce a cardboard box, it's over. See, Mirror will go to the next level. Mirror will legitimately eat the cardboard box. She will bite it apart and then eat the pieces. That's what she does. She'll rip it apart and then start chewing on and eating the pieces. No Thoughts, Head Empty. Play this complete. 24 India songs, there you go. Heathen, yeah. Honestly. Good song. The puppy will eat the little cardboard bits that come off them. Classic. Oh no. Ours likes the tape / joins of cardboard boxes. Dang. Oh, I broke the kelp. I know it's already source blocks, but like for the consistency. No, I'm taking damage. I'm sorry. All right. So much amethyst around here. We're starting to like get caught on every block. All right, that line's good. Moss mask drop, yo, let's go. Nice. Love that for ya. Anyone else getting drops from the stream? I guess that's a thing. Looking for hitboxes. Or drowning damage. Is drowning damage a stat that I'm just like inflating like crazy? Damage absorbed, resisted, taken. No. Now I'm awake for real. Hello, Galandria. Welcome in. Today was upload day. Don't forget there's a new episode of Inspire to check out. Like 42 whole minutes or whatever it came out to. Down we go. I didn't move the cobblestone yet, did I? Alright. Got a good chunk of this. Where did that go? Yeah, I'd say there's some weird water shenanigans going on the way that got flung around. Oh, didn't get rid of this. Trying not to silk touch those because I don't care about having the smaller ones especially, but I've already got enough inventory clutter going on. These all the way up, and then I will go breathe air. Got a bit of VN when you were watching, but watched the whole thing. Heck yeah. It sucks, but I've been able to catch up on sleep. Yeah. Gotta make the most of the benefits of it, you know? You're sure. Don't forget, chat, whenever you guys watch the episode, don't forget to leave a comment on it. Let me know what your favorite part was. All that good stuff. Any feedback. Even if you already watched it but didn't comment. If you don't have anything to say, just comment a smiley face. Anything to help push it in the algorithm. Oh. That needs water. Get rid of that one. That one, that one. Okay, that's good. They throw A few times and she gets a message she's not going to get the attention she wants by being annoying. Has anyone here had to lock their cat away because they were being annoying? The puppy crate I bought has really raked in the value. It doubles as cat jail. People riot. Holy dude. Holy dude. We have the spray bottle already. The cats start acting up. Even if Harley starts acting up, the dog. We got the spray bottles on hand. We got one in here, one in the bedroom. And they know. Even the dog knows. Like, even Harley does not like the water bottle. They know as soon as we reach for the water bottle, they messed up. So it's usually a pretty good deterrent. Like, the cats don't learn a lesson. Harley will learn a lesson. The cats don't learn a lesson. They either just don't know how to learn a lesson or they refuse. So they'll just do the same thing and get sprayed again for it. And then, like, try the same thing and get sprayed again for it. Harley will kind of learn a lesson. Does things to make me think she does understand English, like her knowing her name after 3 months of having her? Right. Oh, almost broke the block. Holy dude, we are in a mess of amethyst right now. That one, that one, that one, that one. Nope, not quite. Okay. Sorry for the drowning damage. There we go. Surely. Cat will be dripping TM in water and still jump up here 50 times a day? Holy dude. Cats don't learn, they teach you. That's so real. Oh, convoy came on. Alright. Let's get all this picked up here. I heard a trident. I know I heard it. I don't have looting. Well, I have it on my sword, but I don't have my sword with me. Where? Oh. This is the one. This is the one. Oh, I missed. Darn. Darn. Trident hitbox is throwing me for a loop. I just want my kelp. All right. That one. Here. Should be good. We're getting there. We're getting there. That one's done. Nice today, heck yeah. There. Go. What a crazy song, dude. You've never, like, sat down and listened to all of the lyrics of this song? It is a trip, dude. A classic. Truly. Alright, let's get all these. Yep, 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 yep. Alright. Oh, first skill issue. That's the first one we've broke this whole time. Certified skill issue, first time. Brutal. We've done so good. There we go. Very good. Sorry for the damage. Get these there and then go breathe there. Reminds me of the suntan lotion song. Everybody's free. I don't recognize it. I don't think I know it. All right, that is that whole line. All right. And again. Added to suggestions, it's a funny one. Duly noted. Okay. A little bit up here I left. I think that's everything. Except for what's up top. By the way, in case anyone was curious, day check in this world. We are, as of today, 7 episodes into Inspire. We are currently on day 992. We are about to hit 1,000 days in this world. Give you an idea of how much time is going into it. Start over here. Day 992. Next time we go through suggestions, may need to be gone through the board imagine the songs in there before the change. Yeah. Another thing we can do is, well, like we're back to like anything that is marked on Spotify. We're just a full stop not letting through anymore. But also we could take the date that the change was made and then like songs beforehand, maybe vet ahead of time or something, or off stream. Like that. Okay, those are good. I'll go breathe in a second. So close to having this done properly. It'll pay off. Anytime we need Amethyst, we'll have a spot. We'll have done the hard part. Did not see this happening today when I started stream. Thought we were just gonna go find a geode and gather some stuff and be done with it. Trying to get rid of everything on that line preemptively. Just gotta hope it doesn't grow back in time. Needs water. Grabbing water from way out there just so I don't mess up what we've been working on here, just in case. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Okay. I just kind of eyeballing where the particles were. Does kelp grow horizontally? Like, I saw one piece of kelp that was, like, to the side, it felt like. Does it, like, spread? I know it grows up, right? But, like, does it also spread like grass, kind of? Gotta get in all the nooks and crannies. No kelp left behind. Alright. I think we got everything down here. Ooh. Inventory a bit full. Get rid of that. Gonna have to see if I can fill some more shulkers here. Not that one. And we got a lot of amethyst shards from this. Should for sure have enough at this point. And then some. Okay, I'm gonna move these down actually. That one's done. Next line here. Might as well make sure none of those go to waste. Well, hopefully this is useful information for any of you guys who ever need amethyst. You got a spot that you think you'd come back to in the future as well. Therefore, worth the time investment. Just waterlog the whole thing. You can go around and collect it all effortlessly. I mean, the original, somebody mentioned it's originally you use allays with it too. So you set this up waterlogged and then you get some allays and have them do it all. Gather, pick up all the loose pieces as you mine it. I could see that being pretty useful. Kelp does not spontaneously spread sideways. I guess I just placed it weird then. Suppose that is entirely possible. Okay, those up to there. rid of that one. Oh. Got some more flowing water scuff. Fixed it though. Heck yeah. What does the kelp do? Kelp makes water source blocks. So everywhere I place kelp becomes a water source instead of flowing water. Once you break it, it is a proper water source. So that means that everything can be waterlogged properly. There's no like weird flowing water. There's not particle weirdness. All of that kind of stuff. Okay, well, already placed it in that corner, so I guess I will just build this up from here. I will go breathe, don't worry. Put this line in place. All right, there we go. Gonna run out of air pockets soon. Okay, is that everything? Yep. Get rid of this line. We've done most of the room at this point. Lines should start getting quicker now that it's getting narrower. I've got the shaders on so we can see a little bit better, otherwise it's a lot darker. In case anyone was curious. Looks good. Let's see what we got up top. I meant more for the amethyst blocks, so easier collection. You ever been in a geode and you broke every block except for the ones that grow amethyst, and then the ones that are really high up, you have to like pillar up to just to reach, or you gotta parkour on them to reach them better? It just allows you to swim around to every single one of these and collect them super easy, without having to worry about like being down here and pillaring up to these or whatever. Dropped copper, didn't he? Kind of looked like it for a second. All right, that line's done. Okay, let's put that down there, that down there. Next line. And since we put so much time into this geode right here, even though we're kind of like out in the middle of nowhere, I'm gonna keep the coordinates so that anytime I need anything with a geode, or with amethyst, or amethyst shards, I will at least have a spot where I've done all of the hard work. And it's already waterlogged and everything. I use scaffolding with amethyst? Yeah, that's fair. Can also be solid. Hope you're doing well, Belon. Good to see you. There we go. And over. Let's not do too many of them at a time. There we go. I did have a Fox Stevenson song on my top 5 actually on Wrapped. I had Dreamland on there. Try to follow like the edge of this here. All the way up to there as well. Okay, is that everything? Is there a little spot I needed to get? Nope. Cool. Couple more to go. Almost done. Still gotta break down all that glass too before we're done today as well. Gotta remember. Spooky noise? Okay. More drone. I wonder if there would have been a better way to waterlog all of this other than using the kelp, or at least like a more time-effective way. Like, it's worked really well, it's just taken us forever to do this. GG test on 75, you'll love to see it. Now, if only I could finish that build. Actually need to start that build. At least the digging's done. Go. There are fish spawning down here. Got a cough. I'm muted for that, right? Hopefully. Guess we're making a place to farm amethyst. Well, originally the idea was I just needed to make a little bit of tinted glass. And then it turned into, okay, what's the most effective way to gather it? And then it turned into, okay, we're just gonna water the whole thing because we're under the ocean. And then it turned into, okay, well now we need water source blocks because it's a nightmare to just have like loose water running into it. So then it turned into, all right, let's get the kelp and turn it all into water sources. So one thing led to another, and we have a place to farm amethyst now. I'll probably end up getting a laze for this since we went to all of this effort. I don't currently have the plan to go get them like anytime soon, but if I ever really need to start gathering a ton, then I might look to make it into an actual farm, but for now it'll just be manual. With the benefit of everything being waterlogged. There we go. Time to go breathe. While casually drowning, listen. The damage doesn't tick fast enough for it to be an urgent problem. All right, you know, kelp again. We've got like 3 or 4 layers to go. Pretty small layers is at that. And there's like one more that might peak all the way up, and the rest of them are just kind of in the shape of the geode itself, in the walls. Alright, everything up top. By the way, chat, couple of things. Those of you guys who haven't been here for too long today. We uploaded a new video today. There's a new Inspire episode for you to check out. Link at the top of chat. But also, tomorrow's stream, it's going to be a big one. Going to be a lot different from usual. And it's going to involve a lot of other people. We are going live from the bakery tomorrow, as we are a part of a huge bakery build event with a compilation of all of the best builders that you have and have not heard of. Kind of crazy lineup. But an event organized by Snarple on the bakery. We're going to be live for quite a while tomorrow. It's going to be a really long stream, most likely. I don't know how long yet. Up to 10 hours, but maybe not entirely that long, depending. We'll just kind of see. But I will not be the only one live. There will be tons of people streaming it who are involved. It starts at 6 a.m. Eastern. I will not be going live at that time. I am not waking up that early. That's like 5 o'clock my time. The event starts at 6 a.m. Eastern. So that's when you'll start to see people go live. People who are involved and going to be there at launch. 6 a.m. Eastern. I'll be going live at normal, which is 9 a.m. Eastern. It's when I go live. And I will be live from there for much of the day. Most of our team are people who stream. I don't know if they specifically plan on streaming, but most of our team and people we'll be hanging out with while we build are people who stream. I don't know who all will be streaming, but the people on our team who do stream, generally speaking, include, and streams to look out for, ourselves, Happy Stunt, Zesty Beans, Sutian, Jamal, Zendingo, Jarrett, Grayson, and then we have a couple who don't stream, or don't make content, but are just really good builders. Big Boy Stam will be there, doesn't make content as far as I know, and Potato Dude. Potato Dude will be there for like the very last handful of hours for it. I'll be asleep. It's a 24-hour long event, so I won't be around at the same time Potato Dude is, but that's the idea, assuming Potato Dude can make it. Building Tetris. Do you plan on making any sort of recap highlight content for people who can't make the stream? I'm not entirely sure yet. I don't even know how the stream itself is going to go. But if it ends up turning into something pretty cool, like content-wise, then I can look at doing something like that. It's a big unknown, but we shall see. I know some people involved are going to be making videos about it. YouTube videos out of it, so I guess we shall see. Alright. 1 second. This is the Inspire World, right? Yes. Today's vibe check-in. Yeah, everything from today needs to be on the to-do list. Okay, said to get caught up on something. Yeah, any gifted sub, vibe check, raid, anything like that, that would happen today is put into the notes channel if you would. Alright, let's go get all this. And sleep. Not sleep, breathe. Same thing. Kinda. Alright, that line's done. Which means we are on to the final two. Whoops. Did not need that, but whatever. Just gonna try and break everything out of the space here. Here we go, and we're gonna do both of these at once. Oh, another trident. Give. Darn. Darn. One day. Rage. Yeah. I don't think there's any more air pockets left. Oh. This tiny little air pocket right here. Last one down here. Meggie! How's it going, Meggie? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Oh, also, chat. Speaking of all the things I was getting caught up on. So we've got the bakery event tomorrow. We got the new episode we dropped today. But if you weren't around in Discord, if you didn't hear, we are officially YouTube partnered now, as well as Twitch. That happened yesterday/day before. So that was exciting. That was pretty cool. Which means in the near future, we'll actually start... The ads you watch on the videos will actually be money that I make off the videos, more or less. Almost. The episode today needs to generate at least 150 watch hours to get me over the threshold to actually set up all that stuff, but we are a YouTube partner now. That's pretty cool. Alright, there we go. We waterlogged the whole thing. Now, we create an air pocket to breathe with... Did I bring wood? I don't think I did. I guess I can just come in here and get up in the ceiling. How's it going, Daniela? Good to see ya. Ads, whistles. We'll put on a repeat. It's gonna go watch a video on loop, says Maggie. Incredible. Messages are working now? Wait, they weren't working before? Heck, dude. And Twitch be twitching sometimes. Brutal. Alright, well, we finished waterlogging everything, so now gathering amethyst is super nice and easy and simple. Just swim around here and pick up any of them from any of these, and we don't have to pillar up or parkour around them just to get what we're looking for. Alright, let's mark these coordinates. These coordinates are -1,232, -1041. Okay. And now we'll head back because we have plenty. 3 shulker boxes, 3 shulker boxes. Back this way pretty much directly. And, so we've got creeper farm going now, I'll actually use rockets. There you go. Village, there we are. That's where we left our horse. Horse clutch. Oh, darn. I wonder if a horse clutch is possible. Tell you what, I need to put this in the ender chest in case I ever need to tie the horse up at a post. we go. I'll get it someday. I interrupted watching a video ad on YouTube because I saw you were live and I was going to pop in sarcastically tell you that you might be drowning. But Twitch be twitching. Right. Gotcha. Is it today's episode by chance? Pause. Dude, we're getting better. Every single episode, for the most part, has been like a big step. Like, in terms of the quality that we're putting out. I'm really happy with it. We did have a couple, we had an editing scuff in today's episode. There was like a moment where it went quiet that I missed. And then like the part that went quiet was actually supposed to be commentated over. And then the commentary of that section ended up in like a time lapse 30 seconds after that. And it was, it was kind of hilarious. But overall, I was this episode, in terms of like the product, the final product and everything, I was happiest of this episode versus any of the others so far. Like the build wise, the Spire episode by far, right? Because that's like the craziest thing I've ever done. But video wise and like all of that, I thought this episode was our best one yet for sure. Having the extra time, not limiting ourselves to like strictly 7 days to get the entire video done, to try and get a Wednesday release, but having that flexibility to be like, it's okay if it's not done by Wednesday, kind of a thing, definitely helped in being able to just kind of went with what I thought was the best idea and not a good idea that would be quick enough, you know. Pause wasn't bad. Video is definitely one of the best. Heck yeah. Glad to hear it. Yeah, we had fun with it in the live chat. Laughed along with it, kind of a thing, you know? What I've seen of it. Yeah, we had, there's kind of like two halves of the video. The building inspiring kind of half, and then there's the silly redstone side on the back half of it. 30 brightness, game changer. All right. Water buckets in there. That in there. Grab that. Those away. Cobblestone. This is all of the stone I have to my name. After building the spire and then the bridge to the spire, I have 2.5 stacks of stone. Like, that's it. This is all the cobblestone I have left to my name. We used so many blocks in those builds. The spire was like 60,000 blocks-ish. If we go to times used, I've placed 20,297 stone. We're at about 1,000 days in the world now. 10,000 cobblestone, 8,000 andesite, 6,500 stone brick, 5,300 tuff. Dude, 4,800 acacia log. That was painful.
I forgot I had prime lel.
To gather 4,809 acacia log in builds. That is a nightmare to gather. Thank you, Daniela, for the 9-month resub, dude. With the prime skidoodle. It's free real estate. Real and true. Thank you, Daniela. Good to see you. Good to have you. 3,100 glass. 3,000 deep slate tile. 3,500 basalt. 2,300 mossy cobble. 2,300 cobble deep slate. 2,000 light gray terracotta. The leaves and the trees, too, were pretty big. Alright. What am I going to do with all of this? There's no normal kelp block, is there? It's just dried kelp. Yeah. Okay. A lot of kelp. Nowhere to put it. So I'll smelt up these 4 stacks and whatever that gives me. Basalt. Here we are. See about emptying these as well. Copper goes in here. There we go. As the Very Wise Dollmaker in Toy Story said, you can't rush art. Oh, that's true. All your stone is inspiring. True. What it tells you, it tells you how many things you've thinged. Yeah, in the stats page, if you go to items, and then you can see how many times you've mined it. So, you know, 49,441 stone. How many tools you've broken, or items you've broken, things that can break. Times you've crafted things, right? Times you've used. Times used would be used the pickaxe, or just used the dirt, which means placed, right? Or picked up. Picked up 40,999 stone. How many times you dropped it. All that kind of stuff. And you're welcome, of course. For classic. No, I appreciate you. Every little bit is a lot. As a content creator who is generally a smaller creator, every little bit is like a lot. Like a lot. So I appreciate you. Especially now that I have a mortgage to worry about. Hello? That's scary. Alright, let's get all this amethyst. We've got that. And I'm gonna need a shulker for amethyst. Empty shulker. You are the amethyst shulker now. Congratulations on your promotion. Gonna keep all of these to make is the glass. I don't know how much we'll need, but I'll bring it all. Just in case. Holy dude. Okay, let's do that. Do that. Do that. Yeah, we got a lot of amethyst shards from that. Yep. Yep. Alright, where's that amethyst again? Surely I don't need more than that shulker box. Put those in there. I'm also going to do one for calcite. Haven't used it in a build yet, but we're going to have a good head start whenever I do start using it in a build. Calcite, amethyst. Get all this and just throw that wherever it goes. Basalt. Bigger / better storage room is on the list, on the to-do list. One of these episodes. That one can go in there. It's all of that, nice and organized. All right. Well, now we can actually go to the spire, since it's no longer spoilers, since the episode came out. So if you haven't watched the episode yet, and you don't want what we do in that episode spoiled, here is where you should go into lurk mode. As we make our way around there. Gotta sleep on the bridge here. Gotta lurk. Understandable, carry on. There we go. Come back. We gotta get some more trees around here. I've been meaning to build some more kind of individual trees around that area. Kind of dot the landscape a little bit. That never gets old. That view, that coming into view in the distance. That'll catch your attention. Also, a path out in this direction. At some point. What is that gap right there? Oh, is that just window scuff that I never caught? I guess so. I haven't been riding the horse up to the bridge because I don't have a way across this water without going all the way around. So I've just been putting them up at a post over here. Did I get rid of the post? Oh, it's right there. We'll give you the approach, as if we did ride all the way up to the side of it. Because that is a view that I don't think will ever get old. Right there. I think we nailed the framing of everything. Especially on the approach across the bridge here. So I have been mentioning that I was spending a lot of time learning Axiom, trying to like really get that down and be able to use a lot of its functionality. This bridge is, I used a lot of Axiom in this bridge, kind of as I learned how to use it and how it can save you time and all of that kind of stuff. So this bridge is our first like super Axiomified build in this world, and we'll start to have more of it because it was really useful to be able to, you know, take sections of it that repeat and then like, you know, duplicate them along the side to make things super quick. Being able to like texture things with brushes and stuff like that worked really nice in the planning of the build. The Spire actually didn't use any Axiom at all. That was all world edit and by hand. All the shading was by hand and everything. All the little details were by hand, and then a lot of the like really big repetitive things were world edited. The planning. My secret entrance, since the door is closed. Little parkour into here. So you can see a little better than in the premiere at the very least. I haven't AFK'd it at all, so whatever is in here is just going to be a result of as I'm building it and everything, but I do actually need to fix this while we're here. Never did that at the end of the episode. Let's put these in place. There we go. So I don't know how well or like how lucrative this sugarcane is going to be. I decided one layer definitely wasn't enough. There is 68 blocks on each floor. So that's 68 sugarcane and then another 68. And I assume that's a ton of sugarcane, especially for single player. Like, we'll be all right. But if we need to, we can always expand it upward along the edges of the creeper farm here. I'll turn the brightness up from 30 because it's really dark in here, but we got the creeper farm there, and that's on perpetually. I don't think I'll need to turn that on and off, so there is that. But the glowstone was the biggest issue. I did all this glowstone, so it was nice and visible and bright and looked good. And then, you know, it lights up these platforms. So this is why we needed tinted glass. And now we have the unfortunate task of breaking all of the glass next to the farm, or between the farms, so that we can then craft it into tinted and replace it. And it's right about now where it becomes super apparent that we need something that breaks glass faster. Because even a haste beacon wouldn't improve this much at all. It's just the unfortunate reality of glass. Perhaps the easiest real-life equivalent block in the game to break is like the longest break time outside of weird blocks like obsidian. We live in a society, I tell you what. Stream's probably going to go a little overtime today, because I want to get this done here. And we had a watch party, so that kind of cut into the time we spent playing on the world. Being we only stream this world once a week. What if Mace? That would be silly. That'd be wild. Well, the good news is we're already on the second layer down. TNT breaks glass pretty quick, right, but TNT doesn't have silk touch. I don't have any more glass to craft tinted with. I could do villager trades, I don't wanna. Also, TNT would risk breaking everything around this. I gotta be very diligent here. And if you can enchant TNT, see, now we're talking. Now we're talking. If I ever get invited, I don't know how many of you guys watch the Imp and Skiz podcast. Cannot recommend it enough, by the way. Fantastic podcast. If I ever get invited on there and I get asked a question that Skiz likes to ask, if you could have, if Mojang's like, all right, what enchantment would you add to the game? Enchant TNT, honestly? I'll consider it. I'll consider it. Enchant TNT? There's a lot of potential there. What would be some good TNT enchantments, right? Because Skiz always said enchant boats. So, like, you get all kinds of, right? Like, if you've never listened to the podcast, he'll always say enchant boats. Like, I'll give you an enchantment that allows you to boat. Like, if you come up on ice, you can boat right up over the lip of it and then across. Give you an enchantment that lets you boat over lava. Give you an enchantment that lets you, like, super speed in a boat in water. That kind of stuff. Duplication, Silk Touch, Blast Radius. Duplication, so you blow it up and it gives you more of the item. That seems a little OP. I don't see that happening. Silk Touch, though, I like that. TNT that will specifically drop whatever it breaks, even if it's, like, glass or something. That's kind of cool. Blast Radius, I like. Bigger Blast Radius as an enchantment, that'd be pretty cool. I think... if you're going to do a Blast Radius one, you probably also do, like, the strength of it. So, like, it will do more damage against blocks that have higher resistance, kind of a thing. Like, it's just a little more potent, or whatever. Enchant horse saddles. Ooh. So you're saying, okay, so to get different effects on horses, you enchant the saddle. I like that. That's cool. That is a really good suggestion. Cause then you open all the horse enchantment kind of stuff through like the saddle. Like, you could do the armor as well, but I think the saddle makes more sense. That would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Makes gunpowder when it explodes, so you have another source. Oh, like it leaves gunpowder behind. That's a pretty cool TNT enchantment. Like, you can call it like a residue or something. And every time you use one of them with that enchantment, it leaves behind, it like drops a little gunpowder or something. You get like a little return. Like you spend what, like 5 crafting a TNT? Maybe it has a chance of dropping 1 or 2 back. Remember, everybody can't dye saddles? True. There's some mod out there? Yeah, there's like a mod for everything, honestly. Residue. You got spooters in your creeper farm? No, I've got creepers in my spider farm. Is a little more accurate. Too moddy, if that's right. Yeah, there is like mods that are definitely modded Minecraft, and then there are mods that are like vanilla plus. Or like lightly modded, you know? Like I'm using zoom mod, right? That's lightly modded. I'm using camera utils so I can do this for like YouTube videos and talk to the camera and everything and detach the camera and then like continue doing what I was doing. That's like lightly modded, that kind of stuff, right? Then there's bigger changes. If it's adding entire enchantments or blocks or mobs or whatever, that's kind of more into the like fully modded kind of vibe. Yeah, I definitely built a spider farm unintentionally. As it goes. Diggy Diggy Hole, by the way. Perfect timing, because we're breaking glass. I'll turn it up for you guys. Sorry, VOD watchers. We're listening to Diggy Diggy Hole. Bring your own music if you're watching the VOD. Natural, quote-unquote, or something, so you can ensure it doesn't break handcrafted items. Ooh. Naturally generated blocks only. So you could set it off, like, you know, to only do the terrain around a build, but not the build itself. That's cool. That'd be a good enchant. I like that one. Such a great song. Never gets old. Use stuff that makes the GUI better. Yeah. I like using dark GUI. I have that on here. Some vanilla tweak stuff, texture pack type things. Unless you mean like mods that are like the inventory sorting thing and that kind of stuff. Oh, we saw that go off right there. We do lose a little bit of sugarcane that gets caught up here. Don't know if there's a great way to prevent that from happening. Unless you had the pistons delay. Like they fire for, and then they stay fired for like an extra tick or something, maybe. I guess that might work, but... Vanilla Tooks is amazing, yeah. Big recommend. Great stuff. Put this on real quick, in case we get creeper bombed. We are in an active creeper farm. Colored TNT just for fun. I'm here for it. Oh, look at it go. Love me some ice tracks. Water streams for items. No cakes in this one, though. Hoof is going to be a little sad when he sees that I didn't use any cakes here. Cheaper version of TNT, like dynamite. Not as much resources, not as much damage. Yeah, I could see it. Or even, like, as more of, like, a weapon. Like, you can toss it, you know what I mean? Throw it like a snowball or something. Heat-seeking just follows you around. That's crazy. If you can light a threat, yeah. Makes the game more optimized, yeah. You really gotta rely on a lot of mods to optimize the performance of the game. That's something that Minecraft has always struggled with. Especially way back in the day. It was so poorly optimized. It's a lot better nowadays, but it's still pretty poorly optimized. So the amount of like background process, performance related mods that, like I have 100+ mods loaded right now, even though it's like super vanilla. And it's because of how many like optimization, background, performance kind of things they have loaded at any given time. Okay, I need to be careful here. That is gonna move there. No. No, we would want... I could just replace this corner with something else. Can I craft... Do I need a crafting table for these or no? Yes, apparently. Okay, let me just do that real quick. Right, okay. All of it that we can get away with. You know what? I am gonna need more. Because I would need to 1-for-1 this glass. And let me turn that down. And yeah, I do need more of the amethyst shards. A whole shulker wasn't enough. Ooh, buddy. There we go. Get that done. Get rid of that. And I'll go down on the system. Oh, don't fall. Hello. Are you here to remind me that it's lunchtime and you want your food because you're starving to death and you're not going to make it any longer without your food? This is you yelling at me? Get my attention? Hello, human. What are you doing? It's 12:05. I need my food 5 minutes ago. You got 2 tinted for each glass? Did I? Okay. That's good at least. Yeah, you're right. Well, it was 4 shards in 1 glass. But you get 2. So it's still technically 2 shards per glass. Or did the output... Oh yeah, the output gives you 2. But that's still 2 shards, 1 glass. Right. My mind is melted. Okay, we gotta be careful here. Offhand. Oh, great. Love this. That can stay normal. Only takes 1 glass, though, so you get twice as many blocks. Yeah, based on glass. Yeah. So I'm gonna end up with extra glass, which means this is deceiving. Is what you're telling me. I don't actually need more shards. I'm gonna profit glass. Yeah. I eventually arrived at the right destination. Uh-oh. Glass that goes in this is gonna get caught in the auto crafter. So we're gonna have to manually go account for that. Honestly, tinted glass, underrated addition to the game. At least from me. I haven't used it for anything ever for the most part. Pretty good addition. Pretty solid mechanic to have. How's it going, Hoof? I was just speaking about you. I was like, man, I love ice or water streams from the episode we released today, where this is part of it. And then I was like, well, I didn't use cakes, so Hoof's gonna be a little disappointed. Something like that. All right, now we can make sure that we don't light the creeper farm up. Gonna start crafting paper glass. True, dude. What are we gonna do? Waiting for the day that this isn't a sodium bug. Water is invisible if you look at it through glass. At times, not always, but sometimes. Waiting for that to not be a thing. You do water streams and not use cakes, then what? Nothing else exists for that. Real. Gets him every time. Okay, we only do 3 in the corners. Just get this. We save some by not doing the corners. Sodium bug, that's what they called me in Salt College. What? That is the craziest thing I've heard. Alright. Carry on, I guess. Surreal. More. How are we looking? Could be close. We did have leftover amethyst shards, though. I didn't bring them all. I only brought a shulker full. So even if we need more, we do have more. Fully tinted glass. Yeah, we spent all stream today. We went and found a geode. And then I isolated all of the budding blocks. And then we had our watch party for the new episode. And I just AFK'd while we did the watch party. So I grew a bunch of them. Then we were like, you know what? It'd probably be easier to gather this if it was all water. And we were right on the ocean floor. So I was like, all right, break the ceiling. Let the water in. And then it was a nightmare because it was just flowing water. So then I went and got kelp. And we spent the next like 2 hours using kelp to make it all source blocks. So now it's actually really nice to swim around there and manually get the shards. Like, I don't have any allays or anything set up for it, but you can get to each of them real nice and easy. It's all source blocks, all waterlogged. So at least we have that. So I wrote down the coordinates, and I can make use of that anytime I need this stuff in this world now. So yeah, one thing led to another. It was only supposed to be find geode, get amethyst, but turned into something crazier, so at least we got it now. All right, we're at least doing these layers here. Just get a little taller than where all the farm is, and I think that'll keep the creeper farm dark enough. Sorry, the spider farm with a side of creepers dark enough. Yep, that looks good. That's better. Look at that, already corrected today's episode's biggest whoopsie. There we go. Rate my redstone, by the way, chat. What do you think? What do you think of my... Maybe not, like, exactly the redstone, but, like, what do you think of the sugarcane farm? The idea of having it in the walls of the creeper farm? I don't know. Like, it's unnecessary, but it's kind of cool. That, like, this is all making rockets, right? Or that's the idea. So, like, the walls of the creeper farm make the paper, and the creeper farm makes the gunpowder. I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun, at least, you know? I forgot, there's no way out of here. Okay, I'm gonna have to unclog a little bit of this here. That was awesome. Heck yeah. Now just make the spider farm a creeper farm. Yeah, for real, dude. For real. Alright, we need to go up here. Try that again. There we go. All the glass out of there. And I don't think it would get caught anywhere else. Yeah, we've got these all just going. Oh, I tell you what. I do have 2/3 of it going into pure gunpowder. And then, no, that's the third one. Never mind, I'm crazy. No, it's set up correctly. I'm going here, okay. That works. And we already got all the glass out of here. Tinted glass fix. Now it's just a matter of how far up do we need to be. I'll probably just get some scaffolding or something, but... Anyone happen to know? I asked for it in the video. But if we go to the top of the creeper farm, it's 10 layers. If we go from the very top of it, how far up is like the prime AFK spot? You know what I mean? 125. So 125 from here. Storming outside again. Orange-blue color coding with all your farms is such a Giga Chimp move. I thought it was pretty cool as well. I thought it was a nice touch. So, from Kill Chamber, not sure how high the farm is. Right. Is that 125 from the campfire, is what you're saying? So, campfire is... this Y level, 85. So we need to go to Y 205. Is that right? 205, 210. That's right. I just did 80. Gonna need more scaffolding. Up we go. Don't actually need the gunpowder or the scaffolding here. We can just use this to get to where we're going. I could just pillar out from wherever as well. That could work. I just need something I can do that with a little better. Let's see. I don't have any spammable blocks. Alright, I guess I'll just get more of this for now. This should get us there. Crafting tables, Giga Chad, real. I thought about it. The thought did cross my mind. And 210. Okay, so let's make this glass with torch. And I mean, we are indoors. The odds of a creeper bomb, unlikely. Skeleton spawn, non-zero chance. Okay. So we'll just do a thing where we plop in from the top. And then we have walls. Because, like, I'm not lighting those up because I don't want the light to go through on the outside. So things will spawn there. But that should all be plenty up top. Nothing up there is going to be a problem. Yeah, that'll probably be good. And we can remove the scaffolding now. Speaking of, I didn't light everything up the first time because there were some things that kept spawning. Or like there was creepers that were camping some of these ledges and I didn't want to risk it. So like here. For the most part, I tried my best to get everything that wasn't right next to a window. Like this is kind of next to a window, so we don't want to light that up and have light shine through. Maybe a little bit right there. And then maybe a little bit down below. None of the window spots, a little bit right here. A little bit right there. Not the corners. And then down. Did all of these. That's all good. Window. Window. Creeper there, but that's... He's just gonna... Is what it is. I think we needed... Over on here? Or no, I guess it was all windows. I guess we're good. It's fine if they're on the windows. There's not much we're gonna do about that. That was satisfying. How much of it ends up in the creeper farm deposit, I wonder. That might be pretty accurate to what we had. All right. Well, let's go find out. Love my spider farm. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think we've done good today. We've done good work. Heck yeah. All right. Just like I ended today's episode, we'll give it the old walk on here so we can get the full effect. Nothing like this view, I tell you what. To really just sell the this part of the world, I suppose. Still a sick build? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Best thing. New best thing. If anyone ever asks what the coolest thing I've ever done is, new coolest thing. Without a doubt. Love it. Here's the end of the bridge. Got a lot to do out here in the near future. Alright. With that, I'll throw it on shaders one time for the one. It's actually, you know what? From this angle with like the weird shading thing with the shadows, it's actually better without shaders. Leave you guys here for a second. We need to find a raid. We did marbles at the start of stream, so that's already done and dusted. Let me get that swapped over in the meantime. Guitar's got the VIP badge for tomorrow. Don't forget, chat. Tomorrow, we are on the bakery. Can switch up shadow distance. Oh, and shader settings. Yeah, maybe I need to do that. For sure. Tomorrow, chat, we are on the bakery. I will be live for much of the day as we take part in a very big, fun build event with lots of people. Lots and lots of people will be there, and it should be a good time. Be a really big, cool build. Honored to be a part of it, honestly. It's like the names that are there that I get to be alongside are kind of insane that I am in that group. That's crazy. Hoof will be there. I'm assuming Hoof will probably stream it as well. Hoof is on another team. It's fine. I'm not upset. It's fine. It's okay. I'm not salty. Hoof's on another team, but Hoof will be there. Long stream tomorrow. Let's see who's live. Who do we want to raid today? Who are we going to send you guys to? Who are we going to send you guys to today? I'll be there glad you listen, buddy. Classic. Last call on drips? Yep, get your drips. Get your drips, get your drips. Get the drips, get your drips. Come get your drips, all your drips. Only missing 0. I'm not coping, you are. Real! Alright. Well. Here's what I'm thinking. Me for the stream though, boss. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. A sad amount of drip. Oh no, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Looking. There's a lot of people doing things today. Alright, let me look at the Minecraft category. There's so many people, I don't know what to choose from. Let me see if we can't find an interesting new raid. We did a new raid on Wednesday. Raided somebody we hadn't met before. That's always cool, especially if it's smaller streams. We could raid this person. I don't know this person, but it seems like a cool vibe. Seems like a cool place. Apparently, they're an artist and a writer and Minecrafter. That's kind of cool. That's kind of like what I do. That's pretty cool. Not really like a small stream, at least in comparison to where we're at. Like, we raided a 10 view stream before, but a little bigger than that, but we can go raid. New raid? We like new raids around here. You're only missing the art part? Okay, that was uncalled for, okay? Anyway. Some of you guys might know this person. I do not. So we're going to go jump on into there and see what the vibes are like and go meet some new friends potentially. Gonna send you guys on over to Acorn Bandit, currently on Treehouse SMP, which I am also not aware of at the moment, but I guess we'll find out. There's your raid messages. If you are subbed, use the sub emote version. If you're not subbed, use the non-sub emote version. And we're gonna send you guys on over to Acorn Bandit, doing some building a portal tower is what the title says. So I guess we'll keep up with whatever's going on over there and potentially, have a new cool homie that we meet. You never know with new raids. But speaking of new raids, since we're going over there for the first time, okay, good impressions, chat. You know the drill. Be nice, be kind, be wholesome. Everyone get a raid message ready. The more people who participate in raids, the better the raid is, and the more wowed the person is. Right? That's how it works. You gotta make a good impression. All right. We'll be back tomorrow. Long stream tomorrow on the bakery. It'll be creative building. There'll be a bunch of people there. Big collab event. Should be pretty fun. It'll be a lot different from our usual stuff. But we got that tomorrow, normal time. And don't forget to watch the new episode. If you haven't watched the new episode of Inspire, it's up. It went up today. You can find the link in the Discord. It's at the top of chat, but we're about to send you guys out. So watch the new episode of Inspire, comment on it, let me know what you think. And it turned out pretty good, I think. So have fun in Acorn stream, and I'll be back tomorrow. I think that's everything. 07, goodbye. Saw people come.